Hello, everyone. Peace be upon all of you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
How are you doing today? How is everything? How was your day?
Fine. What about you?
Everything is going well, thanks to Allah so far, Yani. So, welcome to this session. It's session number 3, tag 3, and this course, T course, phase 3 for the year 2024 2025. So, let's start in the name of Allah. We're going to, inshallah, study module 2, only the first half of it. And then we're going to complete it after 2 weeks from now, inshallah. So, let's start our session. We're having this slide, the learning outcomes first. So let's have an overview of the outcomes that we're into achieving by the end of this part of the module. So by the end of this part of the module, you will be able to talk and ask about university education, draw up a list of arguments for and against paying for university education, distinguish which verbs take gerunds or infinitives, clarify rules about gerunds and infinitives, identify common mistakes in using gerunds and infinitives, and inshallah, if we have more time, we can discuss how we do the project work with our students. If we don't have
Miss
time,
Marwa, please.
okay, go ahead.
The sound is very low.
Is it for everybody? Is it low for everyone?
No, your voice is clear.
So please, my dear colleague, just check your internet connection or press the speaker. It's louder than the usual sound that you're using on your device. You just press the speaker to make the voice louder. Okay, try again.
Okay.
I hope that it works for you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So moving on, we're having this activity to start with. It's like a lead-in to the session. If you can see my screen, we have a number of questions. 4 questions to discuss. The first question is, who pays for undergraduate education in your country? What qualifications do you need to get into university? Does having a degree help you to get a job? Can you expect to earn more money as a result of having a degree? So we're going to discuss these questions in our context in Egypt. Okay, this activity is titled a university education. We're going to discuss ideas in our context about it. So inshallah, hopefully I'm going to get you into the breakout rooms to working groups. Just take a screenshot of this screen, the 4 questions you have, or you can either write them on a sheet of paper or something. I'll give you a chance to take a screenshot, okay? Or write the questions down if you would like to, if you have a sheet of paper. Then, if you tell me it's okay, done, I'm gonna get you into the breakout rooms. So let me check this. What's the title of this task that we're gonna do? What is it about in the first place?
A
A
university
university
degree.
degree.
Perfect, perfect. Wow. Okay, so how many questions do we have for discussion in the rooms?
4
4.
Perfect. Okay, are you gonna work individually or discussing groups in the breakout rooms?
in groups.
Perfect.
Groups.
And then after we return to the main room, we will have the feedback. So in the rooms, you have to assign roles. You have to have a spokesman or a spokeswoman, generally a spokesperson of the group, who is going to report back to us when you come into the main room again after 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 minutes for this activity. Let me just form the breakout rooms here. Let me check how many are we. We are 14, so let's do it. Just a sec. Creating the rooms. So we're 14, we can form maybe how many? Let it be 3 groups till now. Automatically assign, okay. Just a sec, bear us on this. It takes time. Creating the rooms and the settings. Okay. Set the time limit. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes for this. 5 minutes is, I guess, much. Let it be 4 minutes. Okay. And you will return to the main room automatically. Save. Then back. I'm opening the room. So whenever you see the room, please press join and here off you go. You just get into the room. I have one more participant here, or a colleague of ours. Let me just assign him or her a room to join. So Mr. Usama, my dear colleague, let me assign you to room 1. Okay. So please join the rooms. Okay, Miss Hiba, please press join. Miss Hiba Saleh, please press join on your screen. I'm having some more colleagues of mine. Let me just assign them rooms. Mr. Mahmoud, okay, my dear supervisor. Let me assign you room 2. And we are having some people here. Please press join to join the rooms. Please, guys, press join. We're discussing like a number of questions in the rooms. Miss Wafa is not assigned a room. Why? Miss Wafa, Miss Hiba Saleh, please press join in order to get into the rooms. We're discussing a number of questions here. I'm having one more latecomer. Let me just assign a room. Room
Miss
3.
Marwa,
Yes.
Miss Hiba.
Yeah, Miss Hiba, I'm assigning a room. Maybe something wrong with your connection?
لا مش ما عنديش انضمام هنا ما عنديش join هنا.
Okay, I'm assigning you a room. Just press join, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Dua Hassan, why didn't you join the room? People who cannot join the room, here are the questions on the board, or sorry, on the screen, and you can discuss them here. You can unmute and discuss them here in the main room. No worries, as if you are in a group, because I can see a number here. We have 4 of our colleagues in the main room. So you can just discuss these questions here in the main room if you cannot join the rooms. Sometimes it's something wrong with the connection or the network doesn't enable you to get into the rooms to discuss with your colleagues. So here are a number of 4 questions. Who pays for undergraduate education in your country? What qualifications do you need to get into university? Does having a degree help you to get a job? Can you expect to earn more money as a result of having a job or a degree? Having a degree. So these are the questions they are discussing in the room right now, and they have 4 minutes for this. And they are gonna return back to the main room after a while, inshallah. So think about these questions, you too, because we're gonna have a choral discussion after a while. Guys, we're discussing these questions. I got your colleagues into the groups, into the breakout rooms to discuss these questions. So hopefully you think about the answers. Okay? They're about to return back to the main room. Let me check if you are back. We're only 11. Okay, now, have you discussed in the rooms? Okay, they are returning. All right. I'm waiting for the others to join us. Okay, hopefully we're back, everyone. Welcome back. So now, group one, who's the spokesperson of the group? We have to discuss these questions. I need somebody to report back. So group number one, who's the spokesperson? Nobody? Group number two, who's the spokesperson of the group? Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Mr. Ahmed, have you joined the rooms?
There is a problem in the connection.
Uh, okay, is there a problem with the connection for everybody, guys? Can you hear me, everyone?
I joined the first time, then there is a disconnection.
Okay,
I
so
don't know
Miss
why.
Iman. Okay, just a second, Mr. Ahmed. Let me check with our other colleagues. Miss Iman, is that a problem? Mm-hmm.
No, my connection is very bad. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. Oh, okay, no worries. Maybe the network. So now we have to discuss these questions. Who is ready to discuss the question number one? Who pays for undergraduate education in your country? Who pays
The
for
Ministry of
undergraduate?
Finance.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Finance.
The Ministry of Finance or the Ministry of Education, maybe, or the Ministry of Higher Education in Egypt. Okay. And what qualifications, thank you, Miss. What qualifications do you need to get into university? Somebody else? What qualifications do you need to get into university?
High degree
You
in
need
standard.
Miss Hind, go ahead.
Yeah, you need a degree in high school, like secondary education, to go to
Yes.
university.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. The third question, does having a degree help you to get a job? Somebody else? Does having a degree
Yes,
help you to get a job? Yes.
yes, maybe, but we should improve our qualification to be the best.
Okay, so you think that it's not necessarily that I have a degree to get a job.
Yes,
Okay, very good.
yes,
Maybe I need to have a skill, for example, not only a degree.
Not only
Or, sorry? Yeah.
not only degree, some skills are very
Like,
important.
okay, can you give me examples of some skills, of these skills that you mean?
Computer science, for example.
Perfect.
For
Computer
example,
and
computer
dealing with
science,
technology. Excellent.
yes.
Anything else?
Dealing with people, how to deal with
Okay.
different people.
These are called interpersonal
Like this,
skills or communication
yes.
skills. Very good. Okay. All right. Anything else to add? All right. Mhm.
Experience. Maybe experience
Experience,
is very
maybe experience in the field that you're gonna get a job in, for example. Okay, very good.
experience
Thank
in
you.
life generally.
Mhm.
Experience in life. dealing
Life
with
experience. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Maybe the ability to make decisions, for example, to manage the time, to be a leader, lots of work experience and life experience as well, life skills and work skills as well. Very good. What about the last question? Can you expect to earn more money as a result of having a degree?
No,
No, no.
no.
Okay, not necessarily. Okay, that's what you mean. I agree with you. This is my viewpoint as well. Okay, moving
Skills are
on. Okay, Miss.
very,
Okay,
very
if you have. Okay, go ahead. Go on. Go on. I'm all ears.
having more skills and experience life experience and dealing with different people with and learning more about computer science and it's very very important than having a degree.
Okay. All right. You got a point in this. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Him. So moving on, inshallah, today in today's session, we're having like an audio, a listening text to listen to about university education in Britain. But before we listen to it, we have two tasks. The first one is to match the vocabulary items that are included in this text, in this audio that we're going to listen to after a while. And we're going to match the words with the definitions of these words in order like to understand the words that are included in the text, not to like block or hinder our understanding of the text itself. So let me just refresh my PowerPoint presentation a bit because it's frozen. Just a sec. Let me stop share and share again. Yes. I'm refreshing my presentation only. Give me a chance to do this, please. Yeah. Okay, this one. Yeah, very good. Okay. So let me share again. Sharing, including sound and sharing screen and refreshing my PowerPoint. Slideshow mode. Very good. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, thanks to Allah. All right, so can you see the words on the left and the definitions on the right?
yes,
Okay, these words on the left are ones that are included in the text, as I told you a while ago. So all we do is you have 2 minutes to work individually and match the words with the definitions. Now, are you matching the words with the definitions? Yes or no?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Are you working individually or in groups?
Individually.
And
Individually.
Perfect. Perfect. How many minutes do you have for this task?
1 minute.
two, two يا miss hib.
Okay, very good. Yes. 2 minutes for this. Start now. Match the words with the definitions. Then we will have the
I
discussion
I
together.
find difficult. I find difficulty in reading from my phone. I
Um,
can't see.
shall I take a screenshot and put it on the WhatsApp group? I can do this. Just a
Okay.
second. Let me do this. Okay, yes, I'm gonna do this just a second from my phone even. I'll take a screenshot and then I'm gonna share it on the WhatsApp group for you in order to be able to like read them. And for our colleagues, you can start working on the task. It's not even clear from my, you know, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, just a second, guys. Let me stop share. I'm stopping the share of the screen here. Just a second. Sorry for this. I'm coming back to you.
مس الشاشة مش واضحة
Yeah,
عندي.
I know. I have stopped the share in order to get
Okay,
you into like to share the screen on the WhatsApp group. Just a second.
okay.
It doesn't even move. What's wrong with it today? Okay, I'm not trying to share. Yes. Okay. I'm just sharing a screen of this on the WhatsApp group for you to read the task. Give me one sec. Yes. Pictures. I have already sent it. I have already sent the screenshot of this task. Let me share it. Kindly check the WhatsApp group. Let me share again. Sharing the screen. Sorry for the delay. I'm sharing. Hopefully you see my screen. And now here is the task that you're gonna do. Let me put it on the slideshow mode. Now hopefully you can see it. Okay, I'm getting it. Just a second. Okay, here is the task. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, now start the 2 minutes working on it.
Okay.
Now time is up. 2 minutes are over. Let's have the
Yes.
feedback together. Okay. Number one, the word is challenging.
Challenge.
Challenging. Which one is this?
Difficult by rewarding.
Okay, I can see raised hands. So, inshallah, in the coming words, please raise hands. Okay, so who spoke first?
Yes, Miss Heba.
Okay, Miss Hiba. Which one? Which definition?
Difficult but rewarding.
Perfect. Difficult but rewarding. Perfect. Okay. Very good. And Miss Yam Hassan, you're raising hands. What about interest? Who's ready? Who's ready to answer? Just raise hands. Let me check. I can see that Miss Fathia is raising hands. Go ahead.
Okay, Ms.
Interest.
Marwa, regular monthly or annual pay package.
Okay. Just all right. Do you agree? Guys, do you agree, everyone?
No.
No,
What
this
is
is a
it?
salary.
Yes.
This is a
Okay,
salary.
so what is
Salary.
the
Salary.
interest? Okay,
Sorry, Ms.
so
Marwa. Sorry,
Miss Fathia.
I just look about the salary, not the interest. I'm sorry.
So you're speaking about the salary, Miss Fathia?
I'm speaking about
Yes.
salary.
Okay, so let me press the word salary. And you said interest is extra money paid on a loan or bank savings. So interest is extra money paid on a loan or bank savings, and salary, regular monthly or annual payback packets. Very good. And what is the student loan? What is the student loan? Let me check raised hands if any. I can see raised hands here. Um, Anybody else? So Miss Hiba and Miss Hind and Miss Fathaya again. So let's say Miss Hind, you can go ahead.
A student loan is money borrowed by students from a bank or finance company.
Okay, let me press it to check. That's very good. Yes, this is correct answer, of course. So student loan, money borrowed by a
A
student
student
from a bank
loan
or finance company. Perfect. Okay, let me log out from this meeting on my cellular and stay on the laptop only because it affects my internet connection and the speed and velocity of my contacting you here. Yes, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna, yes, leave this and stay only on the laptop. Very good, thank you. So tuition fees, what's this one? I can see raised hands. I can see Mr. Ahmed Abu Zaid raising hands. Go ahead, Mr. Ahmed. Tuition fees.
Yes, Miss Marwa. Money a student pays to a university.
Money a student pays to a university. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right.
Correct.
So how about career? Career, who can answer it? Miss Hiba, go ahead.
Yes,
Yes. Work
Mhm.
between academic years.
No.
Okay, do you agree? Miss Hind, how do you see this? Think again,
I
everyone.
think
Get,
it's
getting a better
Having a
job or salary with a company.
We need the word only the word career now. So career. Here's the answer. Getting a better job or salary within a
confusing.
company over time, as Miss Hind said. Okay, what about the repayment? Repayment.
دي بقى
What's
بتاعتي
the
أنا هقولها بقى.
definition?
Money paid back on a loan.
Very good. So money paid back on a loan. Excellent. What about the word struggle?
Fight,
Anyone else?
Five.
fight,
five.
Fight.
Five.
Okay, that's
fight.
easy. This one is easy. Okay. Miss Sura is gonna answer the next one. Summer job. You have raised hands, then you lowered it as you like. Summer job. What is the summer job?
Work between
Work
academic
between
years.
Okay, I agree with you. So it's work between academic years. Perfect. And what is the word wage?
Number
week's
three.
money paid.
work.
Paid
Week's
for a
work.
week's work.
Perfect. Thank you so much. These have been the vocabulary items included in the audio that we're going to listen to after a while. But now I'm having another task for you before we listen. We have a number of sentences and we have to think and try to predict if they are true or false. Of course, the information is included, the correct information is included in the text, the audio that we're going to listen to. But all we are doing now is we're predicting if this is true or false. Then we're going to compare the answers or the predictions of ours with the ones in the audio. So let's read the first sentence together. The first sentence is, just a second, costs of attending university in Britain is going up. By the way, the text is about university education in Britain. So the context itself is Britain, Britain university education. Number one, costs of attending university in Britain are going up. How do you see this sentence? Do you think it's true or false? I'm not going to say correct or incorrect. We're going to check from
I
the audio.
It's
Mhm.
I
it's
think
true.
it is.
I'm waiting.
This sentence
Costs
is
of
true, Miss.
attending university in Britain are going up. So you
Yes.
think it's true. Okay, I'm
think
not gonna say
it's true.
correct or incorrect. You're gonna check this in the audio after a while. Okay, moving on to number two. And please lower hands, lower all hands. And whenever we have the sentence, you like raise hands again, not to get to make me confused. The second sentence says 70% of students have a student loan. 70% of students have a student loan. Do you think it's true or false? This is in Britain, by the way, not in Egypt. Okay? I can see raised
False.
hands
False,
here.
false,
Everybody says, okay, false. Do you think it's higher than this or lower than this?
Higher.
lower than
Higher
this,
than.
lower. Yes,
Okay, Miss Hind says lower, higher. Mr. Ahmed says lower.
Yes.
You're gonna check in the audio. We'll have these
Okay.
sentences again to check from the audios. We're just checking your predictions. Okay, you will know this through the listening to the audio. Number three, the average debt is $10,000 in Britain. The average debt is $10,000 in Britain. Do you think it's true or false?
False. False.
When you say
It's
false,
false.
do you
higher
think
than.
it's higher than this? Okay, you think it's higher
Yeah,
than
it's higher.
this? We will see. No
Yeah,
worries.
higher than
Okay.
this.
Okay. Number four, the average British person does not, just a second, let me make it clear here. The average British person does not leave their parents' home until they are 30 years old, he means. The average British person.
false طبعا.
False.
False.
Higher than this. Yes, of
False,
course.
false.
Why طبعا? Why of course? Because you think what? Tell me.
I think may them they go to their work and they're independent
At what age exactly? They say they remain in the house
at
of the
the
parents till till they are 30 years old.
at the age of 10. I think that
10? Okay. Miss Fathia raising hands, you want to add something?
I think they leave home at the age of 16 and up to after that. I think when they are teenager.
Okay, so you think they leave the house of the parents at the age of 16 and yeah, and after this. Okay, I'm not gonna say correct or incorrect. You're gonna check in the audio. Okay, we have some surprising pieces of information here. You will be astonished. Okay. If you're not saying anything, just mute yourselves because you have some background noise. Many graduates are disappointed when they start working. Do you think it's true or false? He means the graduates, the British graduates, of course. Many graduates are disappointed when they start work. True or false?
I think it's true.
false.
Okay, Miss Hen says it's true. And my dear colleague, Miss Hiba, yes, it's Miss Hiba
Yes,
says
false.
she thinks it's false. Okay, we will see. Just keep this in mind, please. And yeah, the last one, the number of British students at university is going down. The number of British students at university is going down. Hmm. True or
No,
false?
it's false.
So
False.
you think it's going up?
Yes.
We will see. Okay, we'll listen to the audio. Number seven, British students are getting richer. British students are getting richer. True or false? There is no correct or incorrect incorrect answer, by the way. You're gonna listen, check. Okay, is it Miss Hiba raising hands or Missy Him? Can see the name. Unmute, unmute immediately and say your answer. British students are getting richer.
I think it is false.
I think it's true.
Okay, Miss Fathia thinks it's false, and Mr. Ahmed thinks it's true. We'll see. No worries. The number of international students is going up. The number of international students is going up. True or false?
Yes, true.
True. Okay, we'll see. Okay, these are your predictions. So moving on, we have the audio here. You're gonna listen and compare your ideas with the ones in the audio. I'm gonna, inshallah, after the listening here, I'm gonna share the whole sentences, the 8 sentences again, and then we're gonna again ask you about if they are true or false, and then this time you will know the answer for sure, inshallah. Hopefully, we'll start this listening to check the predictions that we have discussed in the last activity. Sorry.
Module 3, 1.4. What's a university education worth?
Okay, can you hear this?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
go ahead.
very good.
Every year, it costs British students more and more to attend university. Students are graduating with larger and larger debts. So is a university degree really worth it? In 2006, the UK government started to allow universities in England and Wales to charge British students tuition fees. As a result, more than 80% of students in England and Wales now take out a student loan in order to go to university. They use the loan to pay for tuition fees, books, and living expenses. Although the interest on student loans is quite low, it begins as soon as the student receives the loan. The average student in England and Wales now graduates from university with debts of around £12,000. Students of medicine who study for longer usually have debts of more than £20,000. That is a lot of money. It means graduates cannot afford to buy a house for many years. They even struggle to pay rent on a flat because they have to start paying back the student loan when they reach the April after graduating or after leaving a course. If you start to earn over £15,000 a year, the government takes repayments directly from your monthly salary. Is it any surprise, therefore, that the average British person does not leave their parents' home until they are 30 years old? You might think that a British person with a degree will find it easy to get a well-paid job. However, most people in white-collar jobs seem to have a degree these days, so there is a lot of competition. Also, British companies tend to value work experience over a piece of paper. Like everyone else, graduates usually have to start at the bottom and work their way up. That can be very frustrating for them, since they are often overqualified for the work they are doing. While at university, they had dreams of getting an exciting, challenging job. Therefore, life after university ends up being quite disappointing for a lot of graduates. All of the above is beginning to make British people question whether a university degree is really worth the money. Even before the credit crunch started, the BBC stated, "The number of British students at UK universities has fallen for the first time in recent history, from 1.97 million in 2007 to 1.96 million last year, 2008. It looks like the figures will continue to decline, since loan companies are now telling some students that there are no loans available for them. Forecasts are that between 2009 and 2019, there will be a fall of 6% in the number of 18 to 25-year-old university applicants across the UK. Students have always been seen as not having a lot of money, but student poverty is now considered a real problem in the UK. Most British students expect to get a loan, part-time job or summer job. Worse than that, however, is the fact student leaders report there are increasing numbers of students turning to crime to support themselves financially. By contrast, things are now easier for students from other countries coming to study in the UK, since the value of the British pound has fallen. More international students come to Britain each year. The British universities offer more and more of the available places to richer international students, rather than poorer British students. Some British people fear that, one day, there won't be any university places left for British students at all.
Okay, now back to the sentences. Let's think again after we have listened to this audio. So let's check number one again. Costs of attending university in Britain are going up. True or false?
True.
It's true.
Okay, everybody agrees?
True. True.
Yes,
Yes.
it's true.
Perfect. True, perfect. Yes, very good. And the second one, let's see. 70% of students have a
False.
student loan.
False, Miss Marwa.
False. More than
Okay,
80.
About
perfect.
80%.
Perfect.
80%.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So 80% of students have a student loan. Excellent. The next one, the average debt for the student, of course, is $10,000.
False.
False. More
False.
than that.
Do you remember the
That
number?
20, 20 pound.
12. 12,000.
Excellent. 12. Yeah.
20.
About
False.
$12,000. Very good.
Okay.
So this
And
sentence
if it is
is
a student of medicine, he will have 20,000 debts.
okay,
If he
perfect.
is
Okay.
medicine.
Yeah, if he joins the medicine, oh yeah, the Faculty of Medicine, excellent. Okay, the average British person does not leave their parents' house until they are 30 years old.
According to the
true,
text,
True.
it's true.
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Why
But
is
True.
that?
according to the movies, they are not
Mhm.
true.
The movies are not necessarily speaking about the British context and not necessarily speaking about nowadays, by the way. We remember from the old movies.
Mo-
Maybe they are
Yeah,
American movies or something, or Scottish or Irish, not necessarily British ones. Okay, this is their context. Very good. So this sentence is true. Excellent. Number five, many graduates are disappointed when they start work. True or false?
False.
True,
True.
true.
true. They got frustrated
Very
Why?
disappointed. And
Why do they become frustrated?
because they have to start
Because of
at the
the
bottom.
rising of the
Just a second. Miss Hind and Miss Fathia. Miss Hind,
Okay,
then
they
Miss
have
Fathia. Yes.
at the bottom and work their way up, so they get frustrated.
Okay. And Miss Fathia, do you have anything to add? Thank you, Miss Hind. Miss Fathia, do you have something to add mentioned in the audio itself?
I think because of the fees for or the cost of a lot of money. It costs a lot of money
Okay.
to they have to have some loans and they have to pay after they graduated and they work. They have immediately to pay for the loans they had from the college for the books and the courses they had at the university.
Perfect. That's it. So they find that they are indebted. They are into debt. This is for for graduation, of course. So when they start work, they still have to repay or pay the debt, the tuition fees from the certificates or the university degrees they got. Okay, so they get frustrated, of course, and this is logical. Moving on, number six, the number of the British students at university is going down.
True.
It's
Eh,
true.
True, true.
Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Perfect.
I
It's
think
true,
it's
of course. Perfect. Okay. British students are getting richer.
No, it's
False.
wrong.
false,
Of
false.
course, yes, they get into debt. Say they are not getting richer. This is the complete opposite. It's the opposite way round. It's the completely the opposite. Number eight, the
Yeah.
number of international students is going up.
True.
Has fallen,
Yes,
fallen.
Fully or true?
it's
True.
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 Okay, you know why? It's true. But you know why? Because there are other countries or universities all over the world offering grants and scholarships, free scholarships. So students prefer to study where it's a scholarship, it's a free grant, for example, or a partial fund grant. They need sponsorship. So they go to the university where they will not have to pay more money, for example. So the number of international students is going up. This is why the number of international students are or is going up. So this is
Also
the
because the value
activity.
of British pound has fallen.
Very good.
Because
And the value of the British pound has fallen as well.
And
I
also
agree.
the British, and also the British students feel like the universities there become for only the international students, but not for the British students.
Okay, this is a wonderful idea here as well. Okay, very good. So these are the answers again. Now we have a debate. So we're gonna like be divided into two groups or two teams or people having contradictory ideas. Think about this issue here. Are you for or against students paying their own fees? Are you for or against students paying their own fees? Think about the university education when wherever in the world, not only Britain, maybe in Egypt or wherever in the world, in any place in the world, are the students' fees uh, form like a burden on the shoulders of the students, the university students? Don't answer me now, just keep your ideas in mind because I'm gonna get you into groups. You're gonna discuss this. Some people will think that they are for the students paying their own fees. Why? What are the positive areas for students paying their own fees? And some people will say, no, I don't agree. So we are against the students paying their own fees, and you're gonna think about also why you think so. You're gonna like defend your ideas. So we have a debate here, two different ideas to express. So I'm getting you into groups. You're gonna express this or this debate in the groups, and then we come back. We will have the report. So please, when you are into the rooms, I'm giving you like 4 minutes for this to have a discussion in the rooms. But when you come back, there should be a spokesperson to report back for us to report back the discussion itself that was going on in the breakout rooms. So let me just read this for you. In groups, you're going to choose a chairperson, a timekeeper, a writer, a speaker, and the speaker is going to report back to the other groups, I mean, to the main room itself. And I want you in the group, not only that, when you come to discuss these ideas, please use and recycle the useful language here. Take a screenshot, sorry, take a screenshot of this useful language that you can recycle while you are speaking together in the groups and writing your ideas and preparing for reporting back and that sort of thing. Useful language like what? When you say, I really think that so and so. One reason against is blah blah blah. It's challenging to 1 2 3, for example. Having a big debt is ABC, I don't know. In my opinion, you complete paying their own tuition fees means that it's a struggle too. Not paying their own tuition fees means that one reason for this is paying off a loan is this is the useful language that you can use in your discussion in the groups. Okay, now tell me, are you gonna have a debate in the groups whether for or against the students paying their own tuition fees? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay. Are you working in groups for 4 minutes?
yes,
Very good. Now, are you going to use the useful language before you rise here? You can take a screenshot if you'd like to. Are you going to use and recycle this language, the useful language?
yes,
The last question, are you going to assign the roles to have a spokesperson of every group to report back when you come to the main room after the discussion?
yes.
Very good. Let me just um, divide you or assign your rooms. I'm gonna assign all these are not assigned. Okay, are not assigned. Group 3. Just a second. Give me a chance to assign rules. Assign rooms. Yes. Number 2. Save. How many are we? We're 17. See, we're having, let it be, assign rules again. Okay, some people are not assigned. Give me a chance, guys. Number 1, and this number 2, and this one number 3, and this Dina number 1 again. Save. Okay, someone is not assigned. Let me check. Miss Rosha is not here in the first room. Okay, I'm trying to open again. Sorry for that. There has been a kind of delay, maybe the network. Let me open the rooms again. Sorry, in the name of Allah. Miss Rosha, please press join. Mr. Ahmed, press join. Miss Fathia, press join, please. Miss Fathia unassigned. Okay, room 1. And no worries, I'm gonna get you into the room. No worries, just a second. Bismillah. Please, Miss Fathia, press join. And Miss Dina, press join. Join the rooms. Press join, please. So let me, if you're here, if you're in the main room, Miss Fathia and Mr. Ahmed and Miss Rashwa, you can share, you can think about this question, the debate here in the main room. You can like think about it here. Are you for or against students paying their own fees? If you cannot join the rooms or something wrong with the connection, it's okay. Are you for or against students paying their own fees? We're not discussing now. If you like to, it's okay. We're gonna report back. You can unmute and speak to the other colleagues of yours, Mr. Rasha and Mr. Ahmed Al Uqda. You, Miss Fatha, you can discuss with them here. We are in the main room since you haven't joined the room.
Okay, Ms. Marwa, may I share my opinion here?
Of course, yeah.
I think, according to the audios, the British, in my opinion, I'm against paying for the tuition of the courses or the universities, because the audio tell us about the British students, they turn to crimes because they felt disappointed because when they start working, they have to pay for to pay off the loan they just take from the universities for boxes and whatever tools and objectives they have for studying. So immediately they pay for that. So they feel disappointed, and a lot of them turn to crime because they can't effort. They couldn't afford to pay for this tuition fees or the loans they had from the college.
Okay, so you are against the students paying their own tuition fees. Any other ideas? Thank you so much for expressing your ideas here. Any other ideas from Mr. Ahmed or from Ms. Rasha? You are here in the main room. You're not into the breakout rooms. You are in the main room. So consider that you are working as a group and you can discuss your ideas here. I think your colleagues are coming back from the rooms. Let's just wait for them. We're gonna report back. No worries.
Mara,
Waiting
I can't
for
hear you. What's happened to your voice?
you cannot hear me. What about the others? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Miss Mary.
Miss Hind, Miss Hind again, can you hear me now? I hope it's better
No,
now.
it's difficult. It's far away.
It's far away. Okay, maybe the network, something wrong with the network itself. I can like take the volume up a little bit. I can turn it up just a second. Some people say it's okay. Anyway, I can make it louder for you, Miss Hind. Okay, just a second. I'll stop sharing. Yeah, and I'll keep it louder. It's louder, of course. It's too,
I
it's
think,
full.
Miss Mara, I think Miss Hand should check her volume.
Okay. Miss Hind, can you take your volume up a little bit? Take it up or press the speaker. I hope things are better soon. Hopefully, inshallah. So if you can hear us now, we can have the general discussion or the feedback, the choral discussion together after getting out from the or getting out of the breakout rooms. So who's for the students paying tuition fees? Who's the spokesperson of group one? Who's for or against? Just tell us about this. Group one, the spokesperson or someone to tell us about the discussion. I'm waiting for your discussions. Huh. Okay, somebody from group number two, for example, you don't remember the number of the group? Somebody from group number two? Somebody from group number three?
Group number 2, it's supposed to be Mr. Ahmed.
Okay.
Okay,
Miss
Mr.
Hind,
Ahmed
Miss
was
Hind,
against.
okay, you were in the group. Okay, go ahead. You can speak about it. You report this back to us.
Mr. Ahmed said that he is against students paying their own fees because they will make them lose their focusing on studying.
Okay.
But I have another
Mhm,
opinion
mhm.
that it is okay with boys because it helps them to learn having a responsibility. But for girls in Egypt, it's difficult to pay their fees.
Okay, I agree. Okay, any other ideas? Okay, Miss Hind, thank you so much. That was really great. I was asking you
Yes, Miss Marwa.
if you, okay, Mr. Ahmed, go ahead.
In my opinion, if students pay their own fees, they will waste a lot of time working hard to fulfill all their needs and getting enough money to pay for their expenses, their books, clothes, rent, and so on. So
Mhm.
instead of this solution, I think they must focus on their study to achieve their goals. So I am against this idea at all.
Okay, thank you. You have a point in this, yeah. Yeah, you have a point in this, and when Miss Hind says, yeah, I agree. When boys pay their own the cost of or the tuition fees. Sorry, guys. Okay, so she agrees. She has a point in this, and it's gonna be difficult for the girls. Okay, as well. Okay, I agree. Any other ideas? Miss Fathaya also expressed a lot of ideas. Can you say that again, Miss Fathaya, for us? Tell your
Okay, Miss
colleagues.
Marwa.
Mhm.
Okay. In my opinion, I think students shouldn't pay for their tuition fees, but I think the government have to do that for them because, as Mr. Ahmad also said, they should focus on learning. And according to the audio, a lot of students turn it into crimes because they can afford paying for the fees. One reason against also is that um, they the government immediately when they know that they have a work or something like that, a way to earn money, they immediately take money from them, and that makes them frustrated and disappointed. So I am against paying for the tuition fees.
Okay. Anybody to add to this? Wonderful discussions going on here. Thank you so much, everyone. Any other ideas to add or move on to another area? Okay, go ahead if you have anything to add.
Yeah, I have another opinion.
Mhm.
It's about students who graduated from secondary school and entered, for example, to enter the engineering college or faculty. Um, I think that students who joined from diploma and worked as plumbers, electricians, they are better
Mhm.
than students of high school because they worked.
Yeah, yeah. So they already entered the job market and they had gained a lot of skills and they gained responsibility and autonomous work, autonomous life. For example, this is your idea, I know.
It helps them to improve, yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, you have a point in this as well. Any other ideas, guys, to add to this? Thanks a million. Anyway, thanks a million for your contributions. I really appreciate your opinion. So, yes, very good. Let's read you some ideas here. Let's add to what you have said. So, ideas suggested from the module. Let me read some for you. For people who are for, some ideas are that paying their own fees could make people value education more. And it makes students committed to getting their degrees. When they pay their own tuition fees, this means they will be keen on getting their degrees because it wasn't easy for them to get. They paid money, okay, on their own, by the way. Okay, what this is this the person here writing the ideas means. I mean, it's cheaper for the government and the taxpayers. Education can become a burden on the state. So he means that the government is feeling ease in this because it will not have to pay for for the education. The individuals will undertake paying for their own education. So this relieves a little bit the burden on the state or on the government or on the country. It's up to each individual family to pay for the children's education. So it depends on the family to pay for their education. If you're for paying for the students paying their own tuition fees, people who are against say that not everyone can afford to pay fees, and this is unfair. Some people can, some people cannot. This is unfair. Students may have to work a lot while they are studying, thus making it hard to study. They will not have time to study because they have a lot of work to do. Students have large debts once they go to work, which makes life difficult for them. So getting into debt itself makes life hard for these young people in the first place. It's the government's duty to provide education. Some people say yes, education should be free, should be afforded by the government. Okay? Students are going to contribute a lot to society when they have graduated and are at work. So they shouldn't pay their own tuition fees. Education should be free, and they have like time and freedom and the soul itself, the spirit to enjoy life and work and start their own life like this. So these have been some ideas for and against the students or the university students paying their own fees, or against, for or against. Moving on, we have here a wonderful linguistic area having to do with grammar. I know you master this point because you are teachers and you teach it. So let's watch this video, enjoy it, and then we have a lot of practice, some wonderful games. Let's enjoy them. But after watching the video, we're gonna enjoy, okay? All I want you to know to do is watch the video and pick some sentences from the video. I guess maybe we need 4 sentences mentioned in the video about the verbs followed by ing or infinitive. So let me just play the video from here. Before I play the video, are you gonna watch a video about verbs followed by ing or infinitive or both? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Perfect. Are you going to pick 4 sentences, for example, or whatever number of sentences you suggest or remember from the video about this grammatical point, the verbs followed by ing or infinitive or both? Yes or
10
no?
sentences.
10? No, not 10. 4 or less
4.
than that. 4. 4 is okay, or whatever number you
Four,
remember.
four.
Okay, very good. So let's play this video. It's playing just a second. Okay, no worries. I'll stop it here and get it from somewhere else. Just a second. I have it somewhere else. No worries. Yes, this one. Yeah. Oh, loud voice. Okay, can you hear this? This is very loud.
Yes.
Okay, let's watch it and then enjoy the practice.
English lessons.
Today's mini English lesson is about verbs. Verbs followed by other verbs. Verbs can be followed by the infinitive, to, plus the base form, to eat, for example, or gerunds, verb plus the ing, eating. So, some verbs are always followed by gerunds. Enjoy. I enjoy eating fresh croissants in the morning. And some verbs are always followed by the infinitive. I want to eat eggs and bacon today. Want is an example of a verb always followed by the infinitive. But how do we know which ones to use? Unfortunately, for these verbs, you just have to learn them. Sorry. Then there are a group of verbs that can be followed by gerunds or infinitives. These verbs are a little bit more complicated because there is a slight difference in meaning. I like or I love eating chocolate. Or I love to eat chocolate with my coffee in the morning. If we say I love eating, it's more general. Or if I say I love to eat, then it's a more specific moment. The last group of verbs are verbs that can be followed by gerunds or infinitives, but the meaning changes quite a lot. Stop. Stop is an example that can be used by both. The difference is quite big. I stopped eating so much cake because I was worried about my weight. And I stopped to eat another piece of cake. Here, how do we know what the difference in meaning is? I stopped eating, we are looking backwards at the event. Whereas I stopped to eat is looking forwards at the event. Let's just recap. There are 3 different types of verbs that can be followed by other verbs. The first example we looked at, there are verbs that are always followed by gerunds or always followed by infinitives. Then there are those verbs like and love, which are sometimes followed by one or the other. There is a little difference in meaning, but basically they are very similar. Then we have those verbs like stop, who have very different meanings if we use them with gerunds or follow them by infinitives. I think you should remember to stop before you use a gerund or an infinitive after a verb next time. Bye!
Hopefully you got anything out of this video. So, how much do you remember? How many sentences have you got? Even one, two, no worries.
About 5 sentences.
Miss Hind, can you start mentioning two of these?
He said, I enjoy eating fresh croissant in the morning.
Perfect.
Um, he said, I like eating a chocolate cake,
Perfect.
or I love to eat chocolate cake. He said that there is difference between like or love plus ing or to plus infinitive. If you're saying like eating, you mean in general. If you say I love or like to eat, you mean it in a specific situation. And said
Perfect.
there are other different verbs that are following by gerund or by to infinitive, but there is a difference in meaning. Like the verb stop. He said, I stopped eating so much cakes, so I am afraid about my weight. So he stopped. He never eat more cakes. And he said, I stopped to eat. It means that he just paused what he was doing to eat cakes. That's I hint.
Perfect. Perfect. You mentioned almost everything. Thank you so much. That was really great. Any things to add? Anybody else?
No,
Okay.
everything.
Okay, Miss Sand mentioned everything. Thank you so much. Okay, now we have a wonderful practice here. We have like a table before your eyes, if you can see my screen. The verbs on the left, we're gonna decide if these verbs take only the ing form of the verbs following this specific verb, or only the infinitive, or both. We're going to decide for every single verb here on the left. I'm going to give you time to think, of course, then we have the discussion. So the verbs are start, struggle, for, seem, tend, expect, end up, make someone, dream of, begin, continue. So you have maybe 2 minutes for this to think individually, and then we have the choral discussion. Are you gonna, yeah, are you gonna work on the verbs on the left column of this table? Yes or no?
Yes,
Are you gonna think of every verb in these is can be followed by ing only or infinitive only or both? Yes or no?
yes.
How many minutes do you have for this task?
I think too.
Yeah, perfect. Start now. Now, Mr. Ahmed, mute yourself, please. I beg your pardon. Okay, 2 minutes are over. Time is up. Now, time for feedback. Number one, start. ING or infinitive or both. Mr. Ahmed, you are the first one to raise hands. Go ahead.
Yes, Miss Marwa.
Yeah.
The verb start can be followed by both of them, gerund and to plus infinitive.
Okay. Everybody agrees? Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Perfect. Miss Hind, you're raising hands. Go ahead. Thank you,
Yes,
Mr. Ahmed.
struggle by infinitive with to. Struggle to.
Okay. Everybody agrees? Hello. Assure me that you
Stri-
agree. I'm not gonna move to the next verb unless you just assure me that you agree.
I agree.
I agree too. Okay. So what about afford? Just a second. Sorry for that. Okay. What about afford?
afford gerund, Miss Marwa. Gerund.
Okay.
The verb
Everybody agrees?
afford followed by gerund.
Everybody. Okay, mister. Thank you.
No,
Everybody
no, it's a
agrees?
two. No. It's a two plus infinitive.
How do you see this? So I agree with Miss Hind. It's two plus a infinitive. Infinitive with two. Okay. Yes. Afford. Afford to go to university, for example. Afford two plus the base form. So two plus the base form is the infinitive. Infinitive with two. We mean that. What about the verb seem? Any raised hands?
Seem to
Two. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Two plus
Okay.
infinitive.
Perfect.
seem
So
to
it's
seem to
seem. Perfect. So seem, yeah, infinitive with two, of course. What about tend?
tend
Also,
to infinitive also.
Everybody agrees?
yes.
Perfect. So yes, tend followed by infinitive with two. What about expect?
Expect to
Expect plus
Perfect.
infinitive.
Perfect. What about end up? It's a present
gerund.
tense.
ING.
Excellent.
Gerund.
Excellent. I agree with you. Okay, it sounds like all of you agrees. So make someone
Bare
think about the
infinitive.
following
Bare
verb.
infinitive. Bare infinitive.
Okay, do you agree? Everybody agrees?
It's a without two. Yes.
Perfect. So it's an infinitive without two. We call it the bare infinitive. Perfect. Thank you so much. What about dream of?
Gerund.
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 Yes.
Gerund.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. You're teachers, of course.
Gerund.
Okay. What about begin?
Both of them.
Both.
Both of them.
Perfect.
Wi-
ING or
Without
infinitive with
just like ing. Yes.
perfect. Okay, so ING or infinitive with two. What about continue? Continue.
Both.
The same.
Infinitive.
The same.
Ing.
The same.
Both. Yes.
Both of
Perfect.
them.
Perfect. Now I have a wonderful game for you. So here are the answers. You can check them. Let's check them first before we play the game. Start, infinitive or infinitive with to or ing. Struggle, infinitive with to. Afford, infinitive with to. Seem, infinitive with to. Tend, infinitive with to as well. Expect, infinitive with to. End up, ing. Make someone infinitive without to. It means the bare infinitive. Dream of ing, begin ing or infinitive with to, continue ing or infinitive together, no worries, both. So let's move on to play this wonderful game. You will enjoy it, hopefully, inshallah. Infinitive and gerund. Oh my God. Okay, that was very loud. So we have sentences, and who wants to play? So it's like basketball here. I will either press to or ing when you answer. Read the sentence, and then we look at the verb in brackets. We see if its form gonna be to plus infinitive or ing form. Who wants to play? I can see raised hands. Mr. Ahmed, go ahead. And then Miss Hind.
He seems to be unhappy.
Let me press this.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, you won. You like scored the goal. Thank you so much. The next one. She refused. Forgive him. She refused. Forgive him. Miss Hind.
Yes, she refused to forgive him. To
She
forgive.
refused. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. You scored a goal. Excellent. Thank you. What about the next one? We need players. We need more players.
Going.
How's that, Miss
Going.
Hiba?
أيوه.
Suggest is
Yes.
going.
Okay,
Going.
just one person at a time.
Gerald.
So Miss Hiba said, I heard her say, going.
Yes.
Going.
Perfect. Okay, so please, just a second, one person at a time for everybody to share. We have a number of 12 sentences here in this game. So everybody's going to share. No worries. Just give the other colleagues of yours a chance to share as well. Tom offers help us.
To
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 help.
help us.
So Miss
To
Fathaye
help.
said two.
Yes.
To help.
Perfect. You scored the goal. Thank you, Miss Fathaye, and thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Let's just take one person at a time. Everybody shares. He admitted steal
Gerald.
or I don't know the wallet. Gerund.
Gerald stealing.
I'm gonna like do this.
Yes.
Perfect.
Steal.
You scored the goal. Please count the goals that you have scored because we will need that. Okay. But let everybody share as well. Raise hands and we're gonna share.
To,
Would you like join
Me
us?
Joining.
Mhm.
To join. To
to
join.
join
Join.
us.
I need you to just raise hands and
Is
share
my
for everybody to share.
yes.
Okay, please.
The
to
problem is that
join.
Okay.
I don't like to answer without raising my hands. This is a problem
Okay.
with me. I
Okay, Mr.
can't.
Ge-
So we're gonna
Gerald.
give chance. Mr. Ahmed, stop it. Please. Please stop it. Give them the chance to answer. Whenever you want to answer, just raise hands. And I'm gonna take it to take turns to give you
For to
like
Gerald.
rules. Okay. Again, you answered again. Okay, this one for you, Mr. Ahmed, and then our colleagues. Okay, I look forward to
Seeing you.
I'm not Mr.
Seeing you.
who answered. Who answered this?
Mr.
Ahmed.
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 Who answered this one? Let me check.
Seeing
Hmm.
Mr. Ahmed.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes.
Okay, so do you want you scored the goal. Excellent. Who's next? Let me turn it to the next sentence. They expected arrive early.
To
Don't
arrive.
answer. Okay, Mr. Ahmed. Okay, but please, inshallah, in the coming sentences, please raise hands. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We still have more sentences. So the next one, the child pretended be asleep. Who's raising hands? Miss Hiba is raising hands. Is it Miss
Being.
Hiba? Okay, pretended. Think again. You have to be sure of the answer before I press the ball. To or ing.
To be.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you. I can see that. Who's raising hands? She avoided meat or whatever. Miss Hind, you're raising hands. Go ahead.
Yeah. Meeting. NG.
Avoided
Meeting.
meeting,
Okay,
yes.
Yes.
perfect. Thank you. You won a goal. You like scored the goal. I appreciate work or I don't know with him to or ing. Mr. Ahmed, you're raising hands. Go ahead.
Working. Working with you. Working with him. Gerald.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, the next one and the last one, by the way. I cannot afford buy a new car.
To boy.
Uh, Everybody say it. Everybody say it, please, because this is
It's
the last one.
boy.
Okay,
Buying,
let me hear.
buying,
Let me
buying,
hear all your voices.
buying.
Yes.
Okay,
Good job.
you did a great job today. Thank you. We have a lot of games today. Now, what's the difference? We have a number of sentences here. We're diving deeper into the advanced part of this rule. Okay? So you know it, and you can teach us this rule, by the way. Mr. Ahmed, please mute yourself. Let's discuss these sentences together. So we're going to discuss if there is any difference in meaning in the two pairs of sentences. We have in every one, in every point we have a pair of sentences. So we're going to discuss if there is a difference in meaning in the verbs in the sentences or no. Number one, in 2006, the UK government started to allow universities in England, just a second, yeah, and Wales to charge British students tuition fees. This is one. And the second one is in 2006, the UK government started allowing universities in England and Wales to charge British students tuition fees. Started allowing. Is there a difference in meaning or no difference? Or a slight difference? Yeah, the difference is not like we cannot feel it. Miss Hind, raising hands, go ahead.
There's no difference, but they
Okay.
use start
Mhm.
with the verb with ing in casual talking, while start to plus infinitive in formal speaking.
Okay. I like this answer. Mr. Ahmed, do you have anything to add? Or you're
No, Miss
raising hands
Marwa.
for the next? Okay, you're raising hands for the next pair, maybe? Let's read. Thank you
I
so
have the
much,
same
Miss Hind.
answer.
I agree with you, both. Okay, the next pair. Just a second. Let me just press this. It looks like the figures will continue to decline. It looks like the figures will continue declining. Is there a difference in meaning or the same or almost the same? Anybody else? I listen to everybody. So Miss Hind is raising hands. Go ahead.
I think they are the same.
Okay. Any other ideas here? Let me listen to all of you. Mr. Ahmed, you're trying to say something?
I think the verb continue, if it is followed by gerund or to and plus infinitive, it gives it the same meaning, and there is no difference in meaning between them.
Okay. We have also to bear in mind the idea of non-stop continuity or stopping and then continuing for some periods in the middle. So you have to think about it, but mostly they are the same. There is a slight difference. And we're going to read all the answers, by the way. We have the answers here. I'm going to read them for you, but after we finish. But generally, one and two are similar meaning, almost the same. Let's move on to number three, the third pair. Many students try to find part-time jobs. Many students try finding part-time jobs. There is a difference or no difference? And if there is a difference, what is it? Many students try to find part-time jobs. Many students try finding part-time jobs. Um, my brilliant sister and colleague, Miss Hind, go ahead.
Okay, try to find and finding there are difference between them. Try to find, it means they will have an attempt, they will do an effort, while try finding just will do for experiment. They will see if it works.
Wow. Okay, anybody to agree or disagree? Hmm. Any
Yes,
different
I think,
ideas?
yes, Miss Marwa, I think the first sentence, try to find, they don't find, but they try.
Hmm. And the other one?
Other one they finding and try to find
It's the same as Miss Hind, by the way. She said it's difficult, but they will try. Okay? They try hard to do something, the first one. And the second one to experiment, to attempt doing this as a trial. Okay? Very good. I agree with you. There is a difference in meaning. And we will check this reading you the answers, of course. But you are doing a great job, and I agree with you 100%. Number four, if you go to university, it means getting into debt. If you go to university, it means getting into debt. The second pair says she didn't mean to get into debt. She didn't mean to get into debt. Huh. I'm gonna listen from everybody, no worries. You can say whatever idea you have, no worries. So it's gonna start.
Means getting.
Mhm.
It means that if you go to university, it involves getting into debt. So means
Mhm.
here means involve. While she didn't mean to get, it means that she didn't intend to get into debt. Also, this she get into debt.
Wow. So do you have any other ideas? Do you agree with your colleague?
Yes, yes, of
Yes, I
course.
agree.
Perfect. So number one means the result of this is getting into debt. The second one means that she didn't intend to get into debt, to have debt. Okay, perfect. The last one we have in the first pair, she says, or the first one, part of the pair, sometimes students stop studying to take up a job. Sometimes students stop studying to take up a job. And the other sentence, sometimes students stop to take up a job.
Students stop.
Think before you answer. Sometimes students stop studying to take up a job. However, by the way, the example itself is not the best thing here. The example itself is not the best thing we have. There are other examples that, like for example, when I say I was driving, I stopped. Um, I don't know. I don't want to say this. My example is very clear. Let's work on this example, which is a little bit not clear, obscure. Let's work on this one. For example, when I say I stopped smoking or I stopped to smoke, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Yes or no? If yes,
Yes,
what
they
is
are
it?
different. Yes.
There is a
How?
difference.
In my sentence, which is clearer, by the way, I stopped smoking and I stopped
It
to
means that
smoke.
you don't smoke anymore. You stop doing that bad habit.
This is the sentence number one. I stopped smoking. Okay, what
Yeah.
about number two?
If if you stopped to smoke, you said to smoke.
Yes,
You mean
I
that you were doing another job, so you stopped. You make a pause to smoke a cigarette,
yeah. So
but
I
you
was
will
driving.
have
Yes.
another time.
Okay, I was driving, for example. Somebody was driving, for example, and he stopped driving, stopped at a street to, for example, to buy cigarettes or to smoke cigarette, for example, like this. Very good. Okay, back to the sentence here. Sometimes students stop studying to take a job, so they stop the action of studying itself. And then
Yeah,
the second one,
they
yes,
their education.
They were studying.
yes. The second one, they stopped the studying to take up a job. They stopped something else they were doing to do something else, which is taking a job. This is in second sentence. Very good. So generally, you will know the rule, which is when we say ing, we refer to the past. Okay, especially with remember, forget, and regret, for example. Okay,
Regret.
and yeah, stop to is looking into the future. Stop is not the best example that we have. We have another game for you, which is really wow. I want you to read you these examples or the model answer first. In sentences in the pairs 1 and 2, there are no significant differences between the two pairs of sentences. However, in continuous forms, the infinitive is normally used. The government are starting to allow, not allowing. Figures are continuing to decline, not declining. Okay. Sentence pair 3. Try to. So he says that 1 and 2, there is no significant difference. They are the same. Exactly that as you said. In the pair number 3, try to means this form is used when something is difficult and you may not succeed in this, but you try. But try plus ing, sorry, try plus ing or try followed by a verb plus ing. This form is used when we experiment, especially when looking for a solution to a problem. You experiment with other solutions. You try, you جرب. Number 4, mean plus ing means or is used to describe a likely outcome of a situation, the result. But mean to means to express intention. In the sentence 5 or the pair 5, stop followed by ing, this expresses stopping an action completely. But stop plus to plus verb infinitive, this means that we stop doing one action in order to do another, but may go back to the original action later. So these are the model answers. Uh, Now test your knowledge. This is before we have the game. Test your knowledge. Which of the following verbs can take either ing form or infinitive without significantly changing their meanings? We have a number of questions here. Sorry, verbs. Continue, begin, remember, love, regret, forget, prefer. Which of these take the ing form or the infinitive form without difference in meaning, without changing the meaning? Miss Hind, the first one to raise hands, go ahead.
Without changing in meaning, we have continue, we have begin, we have love and prefer.
Perfect. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much. And number 2, which forms always follow before and after? If we have the word before and the word after, and then we follow it by a verb, what's the form of the verb gonna be? To plus infinitive or ing form?
Ing forms.
Okay, very good. I agree with you because they act as prepositions here. So we follow prepositions. So we say before studying, I do blah, blah, blah. After eating, I do so and so, for example. Number 3, which of the following verbs are never followed by an infinitive? Which of the following verbs are never followed by an infinitive? Never followed by an infinitive. Enjoy, like, finish, practice. Think a little bit. Okay, Miss Hind, go ahead.
It's enjoy, followed by ing all the time.
Mhm.
Uh, followed by ing all the time, and practice, followed by ing all the time.
Perfect. So
So I
enjoy,
think
finish.
like can be followed by ing and to.
Perfect. So yes, the answer is enjoy, finish, and practice. Perfect. I need more participations on your part, please, our colleagues. Which of the following verbs are never followed by an ing form? Encourage, avoid, risk, want. Which of the following verbs are never followed by ing form? Mr. Ahmed, go ahead.
The verb want, yeah, Miss Marwa.
Never followed by ing form. Want. And is there anything else?
Risk.
There are.
What
The
exactly?
verb encourage, avoid, and risk, followed by verb ing. But the verb want followed by to plus infinitive.
What verbs are never followed by ing form? You said want, and I agree with you. There is one more verb. You decide.
Also, encourage also.
Excellent, Miss Fathaya. That's it. So encourage. We have encourage and want. Will show you the model answers. No worries. Just a second. So here, as you said, number one, you said it perfectly. Number two, the ing form after, before, and after. Number three, enjoy, finish, practice all the time, followed by ing and never followed by to plus infinitive. And the last one, never followed by infinitive. Sorry, never followed by ing, encourage, and want. This is what they mention here. So you have to make sure or to be sure of this. Now we have a game for you to enjoy. I need two teams to play this game. I know that people are sleepy and not many people are sharing, but I really need a number because I have 10 sentences for 10 players. So since we have two teams, we should have a team for males having 5 people, 5 players, 5 male players, and we have 5 female players because we have 10 sentences. It's a wonderful game, by the way. You're going to choose. You'll find that there are two sentences at a time. You choose the correct one, the correct tense. Not the tense, the correct sentence with the correct form of the verb. It's the same rule, of course. So who will win? You should help your astronaut to reach the moon by answering more questions, or sorry, choosing the correct answer in every pair in the sentence. So let's try one and you tell me. The male team is red one and the female team is the blue one. Agree?
Agree.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Agree.
Okay. I need, for example, is Mr. Ahmed still here? Mr. Ahmed, are you still following us? We have Mr. Ahmed
Yes.
already. Okay,
Yes.
so Mr. Ahmed and Mr. Ahmed form the male teams. Red one, and Miss Fathaya and Miss Hind and whoever wants to share in the female colleagues of ours are gonna be the blue team. And I'm gonna get you to listen to the sentence. You choose the correct one. Are you ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I want to make it like this. The faster to answer wins this point. Okay? Okay. The faster to answer, to choose the correct sentence is the winner because it's the audio is fast, connected, and the sentences are short, and we have two sentences at a time. One of them is correct, the other one is incorrect. You have to pick the correct one. So let me ready to
Yes.
listen?
Okay.
Perfect. Let me play it. I can play it twice, no worries, but just let's try for the first time.
1. I advise you going early to college today. 2. I advise you to go early to college today.
Difficult?
Advice.
Advise you to.
Perfect. You got this point. Perfect. Okay, number two. By the way, the males and the females can answer. The first answer I have, the first correct answer, and the fastest one, they get a point. Okay? And I press
تمام أحمد.
yes, of course. You have to like concentrate. Just a second. Let me play this one, number two.
1. Please avoid to copy from another student. 2. Please avoid copying from another student.
Avoid copying.
Avoid
Avoid copying.
copying. Avoid copying. Avoid copying.
The first team who said it is the female team, so they got a point. They helped the astronaut to reach the moon. We will see. We will continue. Sentence number three.
1. The professor encourages to study. 2. The professor encourages his students to study.
To study.
Encourage his
Encourage.
student to study. Encourage student to study.
Who said it first?
To study.
Yeah.
Who said
Female,
it
of
first?
The
course.
professor encouraged his student to study.
The
I said
Definitive.
it first.
females, or the blue team said it first, of course. They got a point. Okay, perfect. Oh, you have to challenge a little bit, males, please. Number 4.
1. Most students enjoy to use the internet for their project. 2. Most students enjoy using the internet for their
Enjoy
project.
using, enjoy using, enjoy using.
Okay, perfect. So the males get this point. The red team gets this point. No, just a second. I'm sorry. Okay, got two points. Why? I'm gonna like adjust this. Don't worry. It's just 1 point for the red team. Okay, so number 5, let me play it.
1. Their teacher persuaded to do the work. 2. Their teacher persuaded them to do the work.
Persuaded them to do the work.
Persuade to.
Persuaded them to.
Okay, so you got the red team got the point. Last one, I pressed it twice, so you already got your second point here, red team. Very good. So number 6, let's play it.
1. I'm used to go to college every day now. 2. I'm used to going to college every day now.
I'm used to going.
Used to go.
I'm used to going. I'm used to going.
I heard Miss
Verb ing.
Hind from the blue team say, I'm used to going. She's the first one
Yes,
to
verb ing.
say it. Okay, so blue team gets 1 point. Very good. Number 7. Let me play it.
1. He's really struggling with read that book. 2. He's really struggling with reading that book.
Struggle with reading. Struggle with reading.
You got blue team, you got this point. Okay, let's check number 8. Are we in number 8? Just assure me I'm taking the right number of the sentence. 8?
Yes, yes, number 8.
Okay, just a second. Yes. Let me play it where it is. Okay, just a second. Doesn't want to play.
1. I advise you going early to college today. 2. I advise you to go early to college today.
Advice to go.
Avoid calling.
Used to go.
Avoid calling.
Perfect. The ladies team got one more point. Number 9.
1. Please avoid to copy from another student. 2. Please avoid copying from another
Avoid
student.
copying. Avoid copying.
Copy.
Avoid copying.
Neil first.
So this
Avoid
that was
copying.
first, right? This is repeated, by the way, right? And they
Said
answered
yeah.
it. Yes, let me check this one. I'm sorry. Sounds like something wrong happened. So number 9.
1. His parents really made him to study hard. 2. His parents really made him study hard.
Him
Made him
study
study.
hard.
Made
Made him
him to
study.
study hard.
Made him study.
Him,
I hear
him
the
Made
study
the
him
red
study.
without
team. I hear the red
without to.
team answer this first time. Okay, the first voice I heard was Mr. Ahmed's voice. The last one, let's concentrate.
1. I expect passing my examination. 2. I expect to pass my examination.
Expect to pass.
Expect
Exam.
to.
Expect to pass. Expect to
Expect to
pass.
pass. Yes, yes.
Who said it first?
أنا اللي قلت
Jamil.
الأول.
Male.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it a tie? It sounds like it's a tie. You mean it's a draw. A tie or a draw, تعادل. Both of you win. But the first one to win was what exactly? Who reached the moon first?
Females, of course.
So the females were the first ones to reach the stars, and then followed them the red team. Anyway, all of you win because you participate in this wonderful activity.
1.
Thanks for
The
sharing, Sister
professor
Yusuf.
encourages their
Students
teacher
enjoy
Sister
persuaded
Yusuf.
to do the
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry for that. Okay,
Need a
now,
bucket.
yes. Okay, now the last part we have here is about methodology and the project work. So let me ask you here, have you ever done or asked the students to do a project? Have you ever done a project, a classroom project with the students? Please tell me from your experience. And can you give us like examples of classroom projects you did with your students? Think about your experience of teaching in the classroom. Do you generally do project work with the students? Just this. Tell us about your experience and what exactly you do. Miss Fathiya, you are gonna answer this, please.
Okay, Miss Marwa, sorry for the internet connection is very poor here, but
Mhm.
I try to. Sometimes I do a school project with my pupils. I just ask them. I explain the project. It is the fifth lesson of the unit. Sometimes we do the project. Last year, some students make some planets just with some thread, and so, they cut the planet like a circle, some circles, and we just hang up the circles with the thread, and we take a stick and just order the planets, and a lot of students participate, and we share this project or put it or hang it on the classroom in the classroom. Also,
Wow.
for the class
Mhm.
one, they had some clays and make a birthday cake, some candles, and also a lot of students do this at home. Make that at home, make that at home and bring it back, and we share it with the whole class. And also for class four, one of the students make a poster. He have a picture, a big picture of a camel, and just stick it on the card, the board card, and write some information about the camel. And someone else make a project about the fennec fox. Also make a big poster about the fennec fox, and make a big picture, and write some information about the fennec fox.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. You have a vast experience doing projects with the students. It sounds like your students are very lucky having you as a teacher, Miss Fathiya. Really. Thank you so much. You told us everything, by the way. And how many days do you give them to prepare this?
Again, please.
What is the duration you give them to do the project? How many days?
At the last, they sometimes they bring the project the coming class, and sometimes one bring his own project, and another one after the class when they encourage his colleagues, and another colleagues they bring their project the class.
I mean, do you give them like 2 days or 1 day or a week? How many days do you give them for preparing the project?
Really, I just ask them, I explain the process for them, and just ask them to bring them the coming class, to bring it the coming class.
So the coming class is next day, the following day, or the following after 2 days, for example? When exactly?
They take
W-
they only take two classes per the week, so they maybe after 2 days or 3 days.
Okay, very good. Thank you. This is what the question I wanted you to answer me. This is really a wonderful illustration on your part concerning the project work that you do with your students. Now, guys, please have a look at these steps of doing a project with the class. So we will read the pictures, what is written below each picture, and we're gonna like order the steps of doing a research, so of doing a project with our students. Let's read them together and then we think about them. I'll give you first 2 minutes for this, but let's just read the steps first. We have here presenting results, this one, and we have explaining what a project is. This is the teacher. And we have the third picture on the right here, working in small teams on aspects of the project. Okay, groups working here. And on the fourth picture on the left, discussing space and time for the project, deciding on the project and planning, giving examples of possible projects. I give you 2 minutes only. I'm not going to keep you longer, no worries. We're about to finish the session, no worries. But just think about the right order of doing a project with the students. You have 2 minutes to do this. Now tell me, are you going to order these steps? Yes or no?
Yes, we will order them.
Okay, are you going to work individually?
Individual.
Yeah. Do you have 2 minutes?
Just 2 minutes.
Perfect. Start now, and then we will discuss. And this is the last activity in the module, no worries. And this part of the module, then we will have the reflection, thinking about what we learned today. And then I'm going to say goodbye, good night to everybody. I know you are like tired and you need some sleep. No worries. We're going to do this. 2 minutes, start now. Now, time is up. Let's do it. 2 minutes are over. What is the right order here?
Number one is explaining what a project is.
Okay, do you agree, everyone? Explaining what a project is.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. Yes.
Uh, I agree as well. Thank you so much. What is number two?
Giving examples of possible projects.
Do you agree? Okay. And what is number three? What is after this?
Discussing space and time for the project.
Giving examples of projects.
Number two is giving examples of possible projects, right? And number three, do you agree, Miss Hint?
And number three, while working in small teams on aspects of the project.
Just a second, just a second. Number one is explaining what a project is. Okay? تمام. Number two, our colleague said giving examples of possible projects. Actually, I agree with her. Number three, do
Yes.
you agree? Yeah. And you said
Yes,
number
yes.
three, discussing space and time for the project. Okay? It's like setting the scene
Okay.
for the project before they
Okay.
start. Okay? Mhm.
Number four will be working in small teams on aspects of the project.
This one or deciding on the project and the planning first before they work.
Deciding.
Mm.
Yes, deciding.
Deciding on the
Okay.
project and planning, and then
Yes.
what? And then comes what? Hmm.
Working.
Working in teams,
Yes.
yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Working. Yes.
And then what is the last one gonna be?
The last one
The
presenting the results.
Oh, perfect. I
results of
agree with you. Perfect. I agree with you,
Yes.
and here are the right answers. So, explaining what a project is, giving examples and ideas, discussing time and space for the project, deciding on a project and planning, working on the project in small teams, and then presenting results. The same exactly as you decided on. So let's just now time to reflect on the module today. What exactly are you going to use from this module? Think about things you're going to use from today's session, things that you will keep in mind, you will never forget. For example, things that you will dispose of, you will get rid of, some ideas that you had in mind in like incorrect or not correct ideas you will like put in the bin, the rubbish bin, for example, you will not use, and some areas that you will keep for later on using with the students, you will keep in the refrigerator here for later on for future use. Think about what you learned today from the module or this part of the module. What exactly you're gonna use with the students soon. What you will like avoid using or get rid of, or what you will keep in mind or keep for future use.
uh, for reading text or exercise, I'll use at the beginning pre-reading questions to make warm up. Then I'll try to define difficult words with their definitions.
Mhm.
Also, I'll have post reading questions like true or false. I can make it as pre-question, then I check it after reading.
Perfect.
I can debate between students. Are you for or against an idea using useful language? Okay, and also we have here language information, verbs plus ing and verbs plus infinitive. We already have it, and we can just make it like a game to be fun and easy for them to remember the grammar rule. And of course, we have different projects that we can make with our friends, with our students. Sorry.
Wow. Wow. Amazing ideas. Perfect. Well, this is really exceptional. Thank you so much. You mentioned a lot of ideas from today's module. Anything to add or any other ideas from our colleagues? Okay, I have
Okay, Miss
something to
Marwa.
ask you. Yeah, Ms. Fathay, go ahead. Okay.
I want to mention something that the verbs that that go with infinitive and the verbs with gerund is a challenging point for grammatical point for me. Always I try to memorize them and always forget them. Today I think I will not forget them anymore because of
Uh,
participation and discussing them. I always study them and always forget them. But now I think I will not forget them anymore.
okay, and I
After
have a
this
wonderful
discussion,
suggestion. Okay, I have a wonderful suggestion for you as well. I'm going to share, inshallah, the PowerPoint on the WhatsApp group. It's having, as you saw and practiced, it's having a lot of games, interactive games that you can do several times to stress or to like keep it in your mind, these pieces of information about the advanced part of this grammatical point. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. I want to have an assignment for you, inshallah. Next session is going to be after 2 weeks from now. It's not going to be next week, no worries. So we have a number of 14 days left, an interval between the sessions. We have 14 or 15 days till the next session, inshallah. So I want you to work in groups to prepare a project. based on the project is on the project-based learning. Okay, so what is the project-based learning? What are the advantages of the project-based learning? What are the types, examples of projects to do with the students? What are the steps of doing projects with the students? What are the disadvantages? Like this. So one group of you is gonna prepare a video, make a video of themselves. You're gonna talk in a video, prepare a video. One group doing this on the project-based learning. One group is gonna prepare a poster on project-based learning. One group is going to prepare a mind map on project-based learning. One group is going to prepare an whole article on project-based learning. You will surf the internet, watch more videos. I'm going to share material on the WhatsApp, inshallah. I'm going to share the magazine article that we're going to study next time, inshallah, as well, to make use of, to utilize in your article and that sort of thing. And then I'm going to divide you into groups on the WhatsApp group in the following days. And I will say who's going to make like the video, who's going to make the poster, who's going to make blah, blah, blah. And then we share the project next time, inshallah, when we complete the steps, the activities of this module. Okay, thank you so much for today. I'm going to clarify and elaborate on the task for the home assignment on the group later. And then let's say, have a nice night. I hope you found it beneficial. If you have any comments or queries, feel free to express yourselves before you go, or just say take care and we all of us go. Huh? Anything to add? Or you just say goodbye or good night and we go?
Nighty night.
Okay. Thank you for being here with me. You can let me say take care. I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say take care. Take care, everyone.
You too.
Okay. Let me just stop the recording and stop the share, and you can leave now.
Bye, Miss Marwa.
Take care. Bye bye. Stop the recording.